Florence and Leon, written by Simon Boulerice, illustrated by Delphie Cote-Lacroix. As a child, when Florence went swimming, she often found herself a whole lap ahead of her friend Constance. As a reward, her mother used to buy her a slushy drink from the corner store. Florence always chose to drink it through a bendy straw full of twists and turns. Florence knew she'd grow up to be a colorful woman, a Florence full of flair. When Leon was a young boy, competing with his friend Simon at the soccer pitch, sometimes he would end up diving sideways to the ground with the length of his whole body in the absolutely wrong direction. To console himself when he returned home, he would pour himself a big glass of mango and melon juice. He would drink it with a super long straw that stretched to infinity. Leon knew he'd become a tall man one day. A long Leon. Now, Florence has left her childhood behind her, and Leon is almost as tall as the ceiling. They have become adults. Florence gives swimming lessons. She teaches children how to hold their breath underwater. Leon is an insurance agent. He sells assurances to people who want to ensure everything will go well when things go wrong. They don't know each other yet, but today their lives will collide. Today they will collide. Like always, Florence is in a hurry. She is breathless and worried about being late. She doesn't look where she puts her feet and trips on a young man's cane. It's Leon. Florence falls backward and Leon collapses. The swimming teacher muddles through an apology. "I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't see you." "Not to worry. I didn't see you either. I have a small problem with my eyes." Florence looks at Leon's cane, a white cane with a red end. She doesn't know what to say. Faced with his confession, she decides to make her own, to make it equal between them. "Well, I have some small lung problems myself." There they are, both of them on the ground, giggling, helping each other to get back up. Their encounter has been as honest as could be. They have talked about their disabilities even before sharing their names. Once they have gotten their introductions out of the way, Leon suggests they go get something to drink themselves. The young woman can't go right then because children in swimsuits are waiting for her. The two strangers make a plan to meet in an hour at the corner cafe. Patiently, Leon waits alone at the cafe until Florence's class is finished. When she arrives 15 minutes late, he notices the perfume of her skin, a mixture of vanilla and chlorine. People who have problems with their eyes often have a superior sense of smell. When one sense weakens, another sharpens, Leon explains to the swimming teacher. "My ears are also impressive." He adds, "I recognize your footsteps before seeing you." "You're lucky," Florence says. "My ears are always plugged with pool water." Leon drinks a glass of mango and melon juice. Florence fancies a slushy drink, but there aren't any. She chooses an iced coffee. Each of their straws is nice and straight, certainly not twisty or stretchable. After all, Florence and Leon are proper adults now. Sitting there, they tell each other the story of their lives, their jobs, their childhood, and their peculiarities. Florence asks him if he can see all of her. "No," he replies, "I can only see a tiny sliver of you." "What about if I move slightly and sit here? Do you see me at all?" "Yes, a tiny bit." "And if I'm over here?" "Barely at all." "And here?" "Only one strand of hair." "And here?" "No." Florence takes advantage of his little eye problem by sneaking a peek at his profile. Why not? He can't tell she's doing it. What a handsome man, and elegant too, she tells herself. Florence uses her straw to slurp up the very last of her iced coffee. The gesture makes Leon smile as he explains his vision problems. "It's as if I'm always looking through a little cylinder. In fact, I can see you exactly as you would see me through your straw." Florence immediately positions her straw, with no bends or twists, nice and straight in front of her eye. All she can see is Leon's smile. She moves the straw around and sees a nose, then an eye, and then another eye. "So you don't see all of me." "Yes and no. Fortunately, my brain puts all your pieces together like a puzzle. So you don't know if I'm pretty or not?" "I'd have to be completely blind to not see that you are pretty." Florence's face turns red as a poppy. To mask her embarrassment, she starts chatting a lot. "I don't like my rib cage. I have always found it to be too big. That's because of my lung problems. Lungs are in charge of filling my rib cage. My lungs are always searching for air. When I was small, my swimming teacher wanted to explain my condition to my classmates. To make them understand what was happening in my lungs, he had them run for 3 minutes around the school and then breathe through a straw. Needless to say, my classmates were better able to understand the challenge that swimming the length of a pool meant for me with my demanding lungs." Leon listens to Florence with tenderness, but also with a little envy and regret. He explains, My phys ed teacher found it funny, my vision problems. He said nothing when I got a ball in the face, even when my classmates were aiming it directly at me. Florence brings her hands to her mouth, upset by how mean his classmates had been. Leon brushes away the memory with a wave of his hand and stands up. My turn to try your straw trick, he explains, but you might hurt yourself. It must be dangerous to run with your cane, so I will run on the spot. The insurance agent starts hopping up and down in front of Florence. All the other customers look at him with either mild annoyance or puzzlement, but Leon doesn't care. He can't see them. Florence laughs her heart out at the spectacle of her new friend skipping up and down in front of her. After 3 minutes, Leon, out of breath, removes a straw from his juice and tries his best to breathe through it. He struggles to get enough air. He turns red as a beet. And here they are, Florence and Leon with their straws, beaming at each other, red as flowers and vegetables. Florence is happy that her straw is nice and straight. She never would have been able to look at the insurance agent through a bendy straw. Leon, well, he is happy that his straw doesn't stretch. He never would have been able to breathe like a swimming teacher through a straw that was too long. Plus, an extra long straw would keep him far from her. Leon would like to get closer to Florence, and Florence would like that too. Time passes, and then they have to go their separate ways, returning to their own homes. They promise to see each other as soon as possible. Tomorrow, perhaps? Yes, why not? Tomorrow. Outside, there is heavy traffic. Car horns are making a terrible racket. At the intersection, it is taking a very long time for the crosswalk light to turn green. Florence has an idea. With a delightfully focused look, she blows in the direction of the red hand. On cue, the light transforms into the walking pedestrian. You're a magician, you are! A little. But Florence is surprised. Can Leon see the little green man from so far away? No, but I hear the signal noise that tells me when we can cross. My hearing is sharp. I can't hear anything. It must be all that pool water. Florence offers Leon her arm to cross the road. They feel comfortable together. I offer to be your ears. Perfect, and I will be your eyes. For the rest of the day? Why not forever? Indeed, why not?